Well, it's Tuesday morning, so I must be pissed off about wrestling. I'm Eric. Welcome to Raw Reactions, first thing in the morning. Monday Night Raw kicks off this week with a battle royal to determine the #1 contender for the Miz's Intercontinental Championship. Fast forward, because there was no way I was going to recap this whole match because I don't have enough brain power. There was 3 guys left in the ring: Baron Corbin, Apollo Crews, and Darren Young, who was kind of cowering in the corner. Crews and Corbin took themselves out with a double clothesline over the top rope. Darren Young won the battle royal. He's the #1 contender for Miz's Intercontinental Championship. Shane and Stephanie McMahon are backstage, and they're discussing why, oh why, would Vince McMahon be on his own show. Now they start listing off the reasons as to why they think that might be, when Seth Rollins interrupts and says that he has some important footage, he has an important interview that he needs to show the world concerning Roman Reigns. Now he asks that the Ambrose Asylum not exist tonight because, as Stephanie so eloquently put it, Dean Ambrose is a moron, and instead he suggests that we have the Rollins report. And of course, because Stephanie is a smart and caring, intelligent woman, she accepts. So later on in the night, we're going to be treated to yet and again another talk show, because that's exactly what WWE needs. We're still backstage, and we have Zack Ryder, who gets right in Rusev's face and challenges him for his United States Championship. But before Rusev can give the Long Island IZ his answer, Sheamus attacks him from behind and completely takes him out and announces that, oh, wait a minute, Zack, you already have a match. It's up next, and it's against me. So up next, we got Zack Ryder versus Sheamus. Now, this wasn't a bad match. I mean, Zack Ryder got in some good offense, but we all knew Sheamus was going to win, and that's exactly what happened. Sheamus kicked Ryder's head off with the brogue kick for the 1, 2, 3. Your winner, Sheamus. After the match, Rusev comes down to the ring and continues to beat down on Zack Ryder, locks him into the Accolade, and while he's wrenching on Zack Ryder's back, he screams that he accepts his challenge and that he'll see him at Battleground in a United States Championship match. We got the Lucha Dragons versus Breezango up next, which was a decent tag team match. Nothing crazy, nothing to write home about, but still watchable. I love Fandango and Tyler Breeze together. I mean, it just makes sense, so why not go with it? It's nice to see them pick up a few wins and gain a little momentum in the division. They won this match too, when Tyler Breeze kind of kicked Kalisto, what it looked like, in the balls, then went for like a schoolboy roll-up, but off the second rope, so like a schoolboy power bomb for the 1, 2, 3. Very cool move and a decent match. Wait a minute, you hear that? What? That music can only mean one thing. What's going on, Kayfabe Today Nation? I'm Killer Broski. Let's get right into the graps. Topical YouTube humor. Let's go to our correspondent, Supermark, live from, I don't know, I think his mom's basement or something.
Thanks, Broski. Thanks for having me. I'm really glad. I'm just here with my pal Seth Rollins in my bathroom, because it's the only room in my house with a door on it, and I'm here to fill you in on the Rollins report. Now, Seth Rollins claimed that he had some video footage, an interview with Roman Reigns, just showing how little regret he has for his 30-day suspension of the wellness policy. Now, I couldn't believe it, but all we had was Seth Rollins asking questions and then using old clips of Roman Reigns to make it sound like Roman was saying awful things. So if you're wondering why I have Kleenex up my nose, I was so angry at my pal Seth Rollins that I got a nosebleed. Back to you, broski. I'm gonna go have a big bowl of booty-os. Call me, girls.
Yeah, okay. That was a good idea. Dean Ambrose comes out and him and Rollins go back and forth on the mic for a while, but honestly, this whole Shield triple threat dream match has been nothing but fucking bullshit. It's boring. I don't care. Can we just move on? And the only thing of any consequence of this entire segment was that next week on Monday Night Raw, we're going to get a Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose match for the WWE Championship. So, yay. Honestly, you could have just fucking announced it, said, hey, next week you dumb shits are going to get a championship match. And that could have been that. We didn't need all this shit because it was shit. Fuck. We got my boy Kevin Owens versus Cesaro next. But before the match begins, Sami Zayn makes his way ringside on commentary. Now Kevin Owens' music hits. You can't find him. Owens is nowhere to be seen. Cuts backstage. Owens is telling the referees that as long as Sami Zayn is out there, he's not going out. It's not a safe work environment for Kevin Owens, and he's having none of it. Smart. Very smart. He's starting to see that the conspiracy is a thing and not just something in my delusional Mark mind. And then like a shining beacon of reasoning and understanding, Stephanie McMahon shows up. She informs Kevin Owens that he will have a safe working environment tonight. Sami Zayn is barred from ringside. As far as the match goes, you got Kevin Owens, you got Cesaro. Of course it was a good match. Some highlights included Cesaro putting on JBL's cowboy hat, running around the ring, and delivering a European uppercut to Kevin Owens. That got a little chuckle out of the broski. Another thing was Kevin Owens was kind of perched up on the second rope, was going to go for a spinning DDT to Cesaro, but Cesaro caught him in midair and not only caught him, but put him back on the top rope, which, you know, let's be honest, isn't easy because Owens is a big boy. Homeboy likes his Cheetos. There. You happy, Elliot? I said it. Out of nowhere, though, Kevin Owens kind of got Cesaro up in like a torture rack position and then hit a spinning neck breaker for the 1-2-3 and the win, proving that no matter how strong the conspiracy, Kevin Owens will always come out on top. Oh, and after the match, Sami Zayn came out from the crowd like a coward, attacked KO from behind, tossed him back in the ring, and Cesaro hit the Cesaro swing on him. Conspiracy! Heath Slater versus Titus O'Neil. Titus O'Neil beat Heath Slater thanks to a clash of the Titus. There you go. All right, up next, we have the New Day and the Wyatts at the Wyatt family compound. This was awesome. If you didn't enjoy this, I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know what you want because this was incredible. Here, just take a look.
You can breathe, you can blink, you can cry. Hell, you're all gonna be doing that.
But wait, that wrong clip. They look the same. So, but you get the idea. And at the end, the way that the Wyatt family just completely lit up all their lanterns, just showing how many they actually are, was just amazing. And really, by the clip I showed at the beginning of this, you can't help but think of the parallels between The Walking Dead and this segment. Somebody on WWE Creative is a huge Negan mark. Up next, we got Enzo Amore and Big Cass versus The Club. Now, before the match happened, there had been a verbal altercation between the two, but I didn't see it because my stream died. Caught it just in time to find out that The Club were SAWFT soft. So I'm pretty sure I got the gist of the promo. I'm not even going to make the joke again this week that every Enzo and Cass match looks the same, because quite frankly, it's not funny anymore. It's kind of sad. It's always the same thing. The only difference here was that AJ Styles got involved and it led to a disqualification. After the match, The Club was going to beat down on Enzo Amore, but then John Cena's music hits, who wasn't supposed to be there. He's supposed to be in Los Angeles. Oh my God, he loves Enzo and Cass so much. He comes down for the save and the babyfaces throw the heels out of the ring. Hero Cena is back to save the day. Believe it or not, people were just chanting Cena. I kept waiting for the sucks, but it never came. Sasha Banks versus Dana Brooke is up next, and it was a pretty good little TV match. They gave the ladies some time, and they used it to their advantage. I thought it was all right. Nothing offensive here. In the end, Sasha Banks locked in the bank statement for the submission win. After the match, Charlotte demands that Sasha Banks beat Dana Brooke one more time before she is granted a shot at her women's championship. Then they do that thing where wrestlers just kind of awkwardly stare at each other. They say something impactful like, "I'll see you on Sunday." You know, as they're waiting for the camera to fade. Up next, Vince McMahon will finally announce who will be the commissioner of Raw and who will be the commissioner of SmackDown. Now, one of the first things Vince does when he gets into the ring with both of his kids is mention his loins. He does this far too often for any sort of comfort. Plus, with the rumors of those incest storylines from a few years back, I don't know, guys. Vince is a fucking weirdo. Now, the crazy old man goes on to say that he's disappointed in both of his kids, which, Jesus Christ, if he was my father, the disappointment would send him into a fucking coma. He basically thinks that Stephanie is too sweet and that Shane is not ruthless enough. He wants them to basically beg him for the job. I mean, he didn't use those words, but you know that's what he wanted. He wanted them to beg him for the job because belittling his kids on national TV probably makes him hard. Stephanie then buries Shane, and then Shane panders to the crowd, and then Vince just announces that Stephanie is gonna run Raw and Shane is gonna run SmackDown, therefore making this entire segment and them begging for their job a complete and utter waste of time. And if that wasn't enough fun for one night, Vince also announces that next week they're going to have to pick general managers for their respective shows. He leaves the ring, and then Stephanie says she's going to bury Shane again. She's going to make him regret that he was ever born. And then Shane says that he's better than Stephanie, and then he finishes with the very poignant "game on," to which Stephanie replies, "There's only one game, and I'm married to him." And then she almost fucking trips and falls on her ass. And that's how we ended Monday Night Raw. So there you have it, guys. Those were my Raw reactions. I thought, you know, again, it was an okay show. Wasn't great. Honestly, all I can really think about is the New Day Wyatt segment. That stole the show for me. I love the cinematography. I love how different it felt. And yes, people are going to compare it to the Final Deletion, but that doesn't matter. Stop comparing the two and just realize that it's a great time to be a wrestling fan and just fucking enjoy what you enjoy and shut the fuck up. Which might sound funny coming from a guy who yells at his webcam all the time. Blatant hypocrisy aside, if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at MTLBroski for all the latest first thing in the morning news. Go check out kayfabetoday.com for all the latest wrestling news that you need to know, as well as insightful, well-written, and well-researched articles. This ain't no Mark website, bros. We the real deal. These have been my Raw reactions first thing in the morning.